I'm kidding. Hey gang, welcome to Random World. I'm your host, DP. Today we've got a very special treat. We're going to be leaving the set and the studio, and we're going to be heading down to sunny, beautiful Ormond Beach, Florida. Actually, I think it's kind of overcast today, but it's usually sunny and beautiful. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be meeting with a local merchant in Ormond Beach who deals in one of my favorite couch potato pastime kind of things. I'm talking video games. As you may or may not know, I'm a gamer in the classic sense. So that's why I'm super excited to take you guys down there, because it's one of my favorite places to hang out. And so we got an opportunity to hang out down there and kind of chit-chat-ski with the owner. And the owner is Roger. He is the owner and operator of the Blue Dragon, which is the name of the store we're going to today. And many, including myself, would consider him an expert in gaming. Don't forget to like the video from me spitting when I talk. Yay. So Roger was so kind enough to hang out with us today, and he's going to be talking with us and showing us how to love on our games and how to properly care for them, whether it's CD-based or game cartridge-based like the NES or the N64. And he's going to show us how to take care of these things properly. How to store them, how to clean them, whatever. So the Blue Dragon is actually a pretty nice sized store. It really holds its own against major video game chains, and why not? The selection is ginormous. Why am I still talking about this, and why are we still here? Let's do the transition thingy and head down to Ormond, where I can show you and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's gonna be awesome.
Hey DP, how
Good
you
to see
doing?
Pretty good. I just thought I'd stop in and show the viewers the store. We're talking about gaming today.
Well, thank you very much. I'll be happy to help.
Alright, so we'll do some questions and we'll just kind of hang out and I'll show them the place and we'll take it from there.
Sounds like a deal.
Let's get started.
You got it.
Good. Viewers and myself are very, very excited to be here, here at the Blue Dragon in Ormond Beach. Thanks again for letting us come here.
Thanks, anytime.
We need some answers on how to care for our games and just get some expertise from a real gaming expert.
I don't know if I'll go that far, but I appreciate the compliment.
Why this area? Why Ormond Beach?
Just because it's close to my home. I only live about 4 minutes away. Thought I'd just find a little hole in the wall somewhere in Ormond. Boom, it exploded.
What actually got you into video games? I mean, you've been playing for a long time.
Yeah.
You told me earlier you've been playing for many, many years.
35, maybe longer now.
Oh, wow.
35 plus years, yeah.
You've seen a lot of consoles, a lot of games.
Oh my lord. The thing that got me started was the original Atari system. I think it was 1976. Until that time, TVs were a one-way thing. You watched what it showed. But with the Atari and all the subsequent systems, you could actually affect what was happening on the screen and play games. I'd never seen anything like it. I told all my friends, this is the future of entertainment. And here, 35 years later, it is.
Now, this is the Atari 2600, the
Yep.
one with Donkey Kong, Pac-Man.
Sure was.
The very
Yeah.
classic E.T.
E.T. Video game?
E.T. is the Atari video game cartridge you have to buy separately to play on the Atari video computer system. Your parents hook it up to the TV. It's the video game that lets you help E.T. get home.
Yeah, of which there's a pile somewhere buried in the desert probably still.
I, for myself, I'm a classic gamer and I hate being asked this question, and I get asked this a lot, but I have to ask you, what is your favorite game of all time?
That's tough. So much to choose from. I would have to say it would be Ys on the original TurboGrafx 16. I met my wife of 20 years, who is also an avid gamer, over a game of Ys. I was playing the game. She walked in, said, what's that? We ended up beating the RPG together, and 20 years later, we're still married.
That's just what happens. Are you a classic gamer or more of the PS3, Xbox 360 crowd? What would you say you're part
I'm
of?
pretty much split right down the middle, but my heart lies with the vintage, the classic stuff.
Oh, there
I
you
play
go.
a lot of PS3, a lot of Xbox, some Wii, but my heart's with the classic. Because it was the first time you played that Resident Evil, and you'd never seen anything like it. Horror in a video game instead of dee 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 dee. That was groundbreaking. We had people bringing that game back to the store who said, I have to return this because my heart won't take it. One of our customers who still shops here today, he returned the first copy and said, I can't play it. When the dogs burst through the window and you throw your controller, they weren't thinking of games in a horror sense.
Up to that point, I think the only horror game was Haunted House or something for the
Yeah,
Atari.
and that was-
It was just big eyeballs going.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips or cool tricks on how to care for your CD-based games?
Being in this business, we see problems with those a lot. Please, people, please, don't pry your game out of its case with a finger and a thumb. You're gonna crack the center ring.
Ooh.
I know, we saw
Done that.
thousands of dollars in, well, this disc is cracked, and then you bring it in to trade it in, and we have to tell you, I'm sorry, we can't take it. And the obvious one, put your discs in the box when you're done playing with them. So your disc is either in the machine or it's in the box on your shelf. I know when you haven't been doing that. It's like a dentist who can tell when you haven't been taking care of your teeth. You bring the disc in here and it's all scratched up, and I know what you've been doing. And don't get mad at me if I can't take it and trade it. It's your fault.
See, I will take it one step further. I'm a little more OCD, and I will actually spin the disc where like the logo is facing me straight on.
Me
But that's
too.
just me.
That's me too.
I'm
It
very
goes in the
OCD like
box
that.
perfectly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, what about cartridge-based games? How would you care
yeah.
for and clean those? 'Cause, I mean, the NES, the blinking screen of death. You put it in, like all of a sudden you're
God.
playing Mario or something like that, and the clouds turn to like binary code.
Yes.
And Luigi's a block.
We recently being the last couple years, discovered the perfect thing to use. Don't use the old alcohol and Q-tip trick. It's the best until what we discovered, that magic eraser. It's the stuff that comes in bricks. It's got Mr. Clean on the cover.
Yeah.
All you do is stick it in there, rub it back and forth, and the pin set is perfect. It looks like it just came out of the box 25 years ago. You pop it in, it comes right on. We use
Dry
that
or wet?
Dry. We use it dry.
And you just put it in there and just go on the connectors.
Back and forth. Works on N64, Genesis, any cartridge game, and
That's
it works
a great
great.
tip, because most people, they'll do like the little alcohol Q-tip, like you
Yes.
said, and things
That
like
takes
that.
off surface dirt. It doesn't take off the tarnish. We discovered it by accident, and it works great.
You hear the statistic, oh, it's males who play games 18 to 35 or whatever. Would you say that's actually pretty true that you've seen in this store?
As time passes, we see the age range widening. We see kids now from 4 years old who you wouldn't even think could, cognitively figure a game out, pick up a controller and just go with it. And we're also seeing the older gamers who have been into gaming like me for so many decades. It's expanding the demographic incredibly. And females now too. You never used to see female heroines in the games. You never used to see female gamers. Now we're seeing all that everywhere. Plus, now that there's an anime department so that we sell the anime and the related items popular with females, so it's really wide open now.
Why the name Blue Dragon? What is this Blue Dragon? Why?
I've always been into D&D, Dungeons, Dragons, so I knew that dragons or something like it had to be in the name. And then I knew it needed one extra word to connect it and create an image, so I actually went to my son and said, "Buddy, I got the name Dragon. Help me out with Dragon." And he said, out of the blue, "Blue Dragon." And I said, Blue Dragon.
One last question. Why should people come to this store?
Honestly, I would say it's because we are all gamers that work here. This company is by gamers, for gamers. We're going to know what you're talking about when you come in. If you have a question about, does this game let you free roam? We usually know the answer, and we care about whether you enjoy the game or not. We're not going to sell you junk that you don't want. Now, no offense to any of the other big box stores, but a lot of times they're not specialists in games. We are. And we also like to think we care about you. You have supported us in gaming for years and years, and we're going to return the favor by making sure when you come in here that we take care of you. Plus, of course, there's the price. We're discount on everything. And our selection, we have a huge selection of just about anything you can name. But the important thing is that we want you to have a positive shopping experience so that you'll come back and tell your friends.
I guess I'll just kind of show the store a little bit.
Cool.
And just show them people why this place is so amazing and so awesome.
Great.
All the great selections and everything. So, this is not all there is. There's actually a lot more to this store than
And a
we see
lot
back
to
here.
do. Yeah, I got to get back to work. Thank you so much,
Thank
DP.
you so much for letting me come here and hang out with the viewers. And, So, yeah, the questions and answers section is finally done, and now I'm just going to kind of hang out and show you the store and do a little shopping. I can never come to the store without dropping a few bucks because, like I said, they got the greatest selection of all kinds of games. And since I am a classic gamer, here is the section that I love the most. This is considered the retro room. Here they've got still already boxed games for the NES, the 8-bit NES. It's all here. Tons of games here. And on the right side of me over here is the Super Nintendo games. I don't know if you can see them or not. The cellophane is still on some of these games. The instruction manuals, cartridges, those little styrofoam pieces, the little plastic pieces. Because some people are like huge collectors like myself. They like those kinds of things. They even got the Super Game Boy. I mean, I still have this thing, but not in the original box. You definitely want to check this place out. If you're a classic gamer like myself, the retro room is the place to be. These are older games. Atari 2600 and television, NES, PS1 games. Let's see what else they got. They got like a bunch of other things. So yeah, let's go quickly look and get out of the way because it's starting to pick up here with business and there's like lots of people hanging around. So yeah. Okay, so now this is the Xbox 360 section. This is where I think most of the used games are. I think a lot of the newer ones are back where we did the interview behind the counter. But as you can see, there are lots and lots of games. I can't even do justice. Like the wall goes like over here and like way down there and like wraps around here. There's just like a ton of stuff. Oh, it's Fallout 3. I like that game. Sorry, got a little carried away. Okay, so now this is the anime section. They call it the Anime Exchange. They got like a bunch of like dolls and DVDs. I don't watch anime, so I'm a little lost here. But yeah, they got like Dragon Ball Z. I've heard of that. I've heard of Dragon Ball Z. They've got all kinds of like movies and stuff here and some toys and things like that. I'm a little lost. I belong more in the retro room. But that's just me. Okay, and I think this is the last part of our little trip today, our little shopping spree. This is the wall of Wii. These are all the Wii games. It goes down a little bit, ways a little past the camera, and all the way down to the end of this wall here. Looks like it's mostly alphabetized too, which I love. Because I'm a very organized and OCD kind of person when it comes to my games. These are the Wii games. These are Nintendo products, and behind the camera is a little section for GameCube games. The Game Boy games are on the wall behind the counter. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy DS, original Game Boy games. They have all kinds of accessories and peripherals for the video games inside some of the glass cases. There's just stuff like everywhere. You just come in here, it's just like a huge room of like games. Like I said, you really, if you're in this area, you have to come here and check this place out yourself to see what I'm talking about. It's just like ridiculous. There's just like so much stuff here, and you can't get it all like in one or even two trips. You got to come here a couple of times. There's always new stuff coming in and all kinds of stuff. There's always things happening here and lots of different things to buy and look at. So we got Mario Kart playing over here. I'm going to have to do a couple rounds of that, take my purchases, and head back to the set. So I guess I will see you guys there. This is me from the Blue Dragon in beautiful sunny Ormond Beach. Actually, it's kind of overcast outside. Alrighty, yeah, I'm gonna go play now. So you can go away. Do the swooshy dissolve thing or the whoosh thing, and I'll see you back at the set. Go.
Hey gang, welcome back to the set. I hope you guys had an amazing time. I know I did. And I hope you learned a little something from Roger. I'm really glad that we got to go and hang out today. So I'm very excited. I'm getting ready to go through my bag of treasures and I'm going to play an amazing game as soon as we're done here. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or anything about the random video that we had today, please make sure, as always, to leave them in the comment box below. And if you don't have any questions or comments, you can leave exclamations or you can yell or you can talk however you want. Also make sure that you subscribe so you are always aware of when the latest video is posted. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I don't know what accent that was. It was really weird, but it was fun doing it. That was really exciting. So I'm about to go play me some games. As always, I'm DP, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and watching. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a very random day. Okay, you can go now.
Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step, and then again, let's do the Mario.